The Raiders are moving to Vegas.
Of course they are.
Congratulations. But that to me is only the tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg. Here we go.
And I'll tell you why.
Where are the Jets going?
No, Jets aren't going anywhere.
Good.
Number one, every new stadium in the last 30 years has been granted what?
Super Bowl. They're going to get one, probably.
That means there's going to be a Super Bowl in Las Vegas.
Of course there is.
By letter of the law, you have never been allowed to wager on an event
in Vegas
that takes place in Las Vegas. That's a major problem, number one.
The NFL owners basically were asked about all of this kind of stuff yesterday. They said they haven't even really discussed it, whether or not the Raiders will be off the board.
Can't.
As a team.
The Super Bowl's got to be on the board.
Let me ask you a question.
It's the biggest wagering event in the world.
Time out. They have a game in London, for God's sake.
That's right.
And you can bet on anything
it's outside
in London.
the jurisdiction.
But the point being is, if you could do it there,
right?
Why can't you do it here?
Which brings me to the part two of the iceberg.
Believe you me, there are 32 money-loving, just they can't wait to get their hands on the cash, and the cash cow now is in Vegas.
100%.
They have to do. They don't have to worry about FanDuel. They don't have to worry about all those things.
We do.
Okay.
If you're gonna put a team in Vegas and it's a done deal, they're going to Vegas. You can't also lobby against wagering on your sport, because being in Vegas, you're now in the capital of wagering. You've now said we no longer have the attitude that Vegas and the NFL have to be mutually exclusive.
And by the way,
gambling's got to come now.
There's already an NHL team there that will start playing this coming season. No,
next season.
This season, yes, this coming season, the 2017-2018 season. The Golden Knights, the Vegas Golden Knights, will start up and get ready to crank it.
The NBA will go there next.
Sure they will.
Has to. I don't know if there'll be a baseball team there, but the major NBA will go there next. So they have the Summer League there. But this is, for those of you that like to wager, it brings two issues to the table. Number one, the NFL can't fight anymore with the lobbyist group gambling on its sport. You cannot have a team in Vegas.
I don't know what they're going to do now.
You can't. And number two, you have to grant the Vegas Raiders a Super Bowl. They're putting public money into it, a lot of it.
Oh, they will.
But the question is, will they?
Yes, they will.
No, see, this is a philosophical problem.
Well, I guarantee. Well, it's an integrity problem when you think about all the rhetoric over the last 50 years coming out of the commissioner's office. And now all of a sudden, because Oakland doesn't have the money to pay for a brand new stadium and all the infrastructure that goes along with that, and wanting to give the Oakland Raider tax breaks,
right?
Now they, of course, have to go to another city. And that city just happens to be Vegas. And it's
not going to be able to wager on Raider home games.
And it's going to turn out to be a great. It's bad for the people who live in Oakland, because the last thing depressed cities need are for them to be losing their sports franchises, because as we always talk about it, they are public trust.
Yep.
Say whatever you want, they are public trust. But we also understand that when you're shutting down the upper deck of the stadium out there in Oakland for an NFL team, that's not a good look.
Right. I thought Mark Davis also did the right thing yesterday. He said, I'll refund anyone's deposit for season tickets. If you want, that's fine. So I think he's trying to make it soften the blow. Plus, it's this weird scenario where they got at least 2 more years to play in Oakland. They were originally going to play maybe at, Max Stadium, whatever it's called.
At UNLV.
At UNLV, but apparently that got ixnayed. So at least for this year, they'll be in Oakland. I think they'll move out after this year personally, but who knows? But you listen, we're going to get a Super Bowl in Las Vegas.
And your buddy.
And is there a better place to have the Super Bowl?
No.
No.
And here's the thing. And your
but can you wager on it?
And your buddy, Stephen Ross, was the only dissenting voter.
Against Vegas.
31-1.